We are less than 1 month away from the early signing day period, and as expected, the Georgia Bulldogs have the #1 recruiting class in the country right now. They are sitting at 28 commitments with a couple spots left. That's what I'm going to be talking about, possibly rambling about, really, in this video. The Dogs take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in Atlanta. It's going to be a beatdown, but this video is about recruiting, just breaking down, where Georgia sits right now, who they might add in this clap, possible flip candidates. A lot of good stuff in this video. Solid Friday video, right? Big time recruiting video, getting y'all into a fantastic slate of games on Saturday. But this class starts, in the trenches. A lot of defensive linemen, a lot of offensive linemen, and I'm going to talk about and break down in just a minute, but you got to start with the quarterbacks, right? 5-star Dylan Raiola at Buford High School. I'm going to be seeing him tonight. You should be watching this video Friday, 4 o'clock-ish, maybe on Saturday, but Friday night I plan to be at the Buford-Grayson game. Talent all over the field, all over the field. Another chance to see Raiola, who has been phenomenal this year. 30-plus touchdowns, 0 interceptions in 7A ball in Georgia, going against quality opponents week after week after week. Dylan Raiola has more than impressed and absolutely lived up to the high expectations that everyone has had for him this year. Jaden Perlotti is a playmaking linebacker that Buford has. Tyler Atkinson is an elite outside linebacker pass rusher at Grayson, just a sophomore, one of the best sophomores in the country. Excited to get eyeballs on them. I made a video about Ryan Puglisi, Georgia's other quarterback, and go watch those exclusive highlights. No one else has those highlights. Just us, just the Dawg Post crew, because that's how we do it. At running back, Nate Frazier leads the way. I think one outlet has him as the #1 running back in the country. Speed, burst, explosion. He's got size on him. He's got some wiggle, got a little shake and bake, but he can take off as well. Plays at Mater Dei High School in California. He has all the potential to be an absolute stud running back at the University of Georgia. Dwight Phillips Jr., speed demon, right? A little on the smaller side. Got to stay healthy, but his speed is undeniable. It is game-changing. We saw him earlier this year, but he was coming off an injury, couldn't really break one. He had one decently long run, but when he's healthy and he's running full go 100%, he is a total difference maker for this team. And if he were on the team right now, he might be the fastest player on the team. He might be faster than Arian Smith at running back. Get this kid the ball in the open field. He's going to make a lot of plays. Chauncey Bowens guess got knocked down to a 3-star by this outlet I'm looking at right now. But he's a tough kind of physical bruising back with deceptive speed. I think he's 200-plus pounds. Runs well for 200-plus pounds. On film, it looks like he's got breakaway speed, but he's a chain mover, tackle breaking type. At wide receiver, Nitro Tuggle, got to hold on to him. I know other schools in the Midwest. Is Ohio in the Midwest? I don't know. We need rules. We need rules and guidelines on geography like that, because I think Columbus, Ohio is actually more east than Athens, Georgia. Might be wrong there. But Notre Dame, I think Michigan, a few other schools are trying to get Nitro Tuggle away from Georgia, but they need to hold on to him. It's just him and Sokovia White, a 3-star playmaker that I love at wide receiver in this class. But flip candidate, right? Terrell Anderson was in Athens a few weeks ago. I guess just a couple weeks ago. I think it was for the Ole Miss game. Currently committed to NC State, but if he has the green light to flip, I think Georgia will flip him. May already have a story in the system over on Dawg Post and wrote it up kind of a couple weeks ago. So just some news. We're trying to sit on 6'3", 185 pounds. He's caught 53 passes for Grimsley High School in North Carolina this fall. 985 yards, 13 touchdowns, long, athletic, can go up and snag the football. Big-time playmaker. On the offensive line, they've got 6. I don't want to go through all of them, but off the top of my head, they're big dudes, big physical guys who can really move and get out and block in space and get to a linebacker and shove him 10 yards down the field. Marquise Easley from Illinois is a guy I really like. Nair Daniels is a giant. We need rules and regulations on a giant. If you're 6'6", 6'7", 320-plus pounds, you're a giant. That's okay. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but we need giants back in society, and Nair Daniels is a giant. Marcus Harrison, 6'7", 330. Daniel Calhoun, I've seen multiple times, probably as much as anyone in the industry. He's 6'4", 6'5", 330, 340. These are massive, massive dudes. And the running backs are going to have a lot of fun running behind these just big muscular, thick bodies and guys who can get out and block in space. So the offensive line class is phenomenal. Stacey Searles probably gets an A plus for the job he's done in this class. On the defensive line, got a lot of guys too. Justin Green, kind of defensive end. Nnamdi Agboko, excuse me. It's early. It's still early. He's on the interior. Several guys. Joseph Jonah Ajanye could kind of play that 5 technique, maybe slide in and play that 3 technique. Jordan Thomas is a big, good-looking athlete at 300 plus pounds. Quintavious Johnson is a dog. I don't care if he's got 3 stars by his name. He plays at Mays High School in Atlanta. We saw him earlier this year in the August heat out there playing both sides of the ball. 6'4", about 250. He was impressive. He was as impressive as a 3-star as I've seen all year. Actually, Sokovie White outplayed his 3-star ranking as well. But, if there's room in this class for another one, I think they'll add on the defensive line. Makai Borio at a Creekside High School in Atlanta, kind of down by the airport. He's 6'5", 390. I'm not sure if he's got the green light to come in this class. Nasir Johnson is another defensive lineman from Dublin High School, South Georgia, that flipped from Florida to Georgia. Borio is a former Florida commitment. I think is a little too heavy myself. If I'm Georgia, I might try to take one of the JUCO kids that they're pushing for. Jaden Hamlin at a Southwest Sippy down in Mississippi, 6'5", 315. Then you got Brian Taylor, a little leaner, a little lighter. He's at 6'5", 270 at a Blinn College. Don't know where that is. I thought I had it written down, but Blinn College somewhere, Oklahoma, Virginia, North Carolina. Someone let me know in the comment section below. I thought I had it written down. But Blinn College, wherever that is, 6'5", 270. Both of these kids were in Athens recently. And I think if either one has a green light to jump on board, they probably will soon. Because if you got an opportunity to jump and commit to a school and sign, you better do it, or else these colleges are just going to go get a kid in the transfer portal. So there's no reason to be waiting around. Commit, get your spot, and get in a class before the staff goes, okay, you want to sit around and keep thinking, we'll just go get another kid, right? So I think Georgia's going to add one more defensive lineman. Right now, I would bet it's one of the JUCO kids. I don't know which one is higher on their board. They both can play, but I would take them over Makai Borio. Linebacker. 3 studs. Again, number 1 linebacker in the country. Justin Williams, 5-star off the field, on the field, can run, can hit, can tackle, can lead. He's from the Houston area. Big time. I mean, that could be the next Butkus Award winner in Athens under Glenn Schumann. Justin Williams is a dog. Chris Cole, athletic, long, lean, gets after it, can run down the ball carrier, can attack the quarterback. I think he's the number 2 or 3 linebacker in the country at a Salem High School in Virginia. Just big time linebacker who's only getting better. His stock has risen tremendously over the last 10, 12 months. He is now one of the best linebackers in the country. Georgia was on him really before anyone and knew that. When he was like a low to mid 4-star, Georgia was all about him. Now he's a borderline 5-star, one of the best linebackers in the country. Then you got Chris Jones, the biggest of the 3, I believe, 6'3", 6'4", I think around 235, 240. He's versatile. He could play outside, inside, dealing with an injury right now that sidelined him throughout his senior season. But he gets after it. He's a kid who loves to compete, loves to work, will do anything it takes to play winning football and be the best player he can be. All these kids love to compete. They love to work. They love the grind. They love the game. And you can't play at Georgia if you don't have that type of mentality. In the secondary, Ellis Williams, except for a while, dude could scratch his knee standing up. He's that long, that athletic, top 5 player in the country. He is Georgia's highest ranked commitment in this class and probably will be when it's all said and done. Just an elite lockdown cornerback with all the potential to be a top, possibly 10 pick in the NFL draft one day. Ball skills, the ability to run with wide receivers, to turn his hips. He's fundamentally sound. He knows how to tackle as well. He checks every box. DeMello Jones, big-time athlete at Swainsboro High School in Georgia. Andre Evans. They've got a lot of guys. At tight end, let's go back to the offense real quick. But defensively, they're set. I mean, they get an A+ in this class. Jaden Riddell is a big-time pass-catching tight end, 6'4", about 230, can really stretch the field. You've got Colton Heinrich, a 3-star tight end committed from, not Coral Gables, but Cardinal Gibbons High School in Florida. just a complete class. They've got everything. Need another receiver, right? Ideally, they would sign 3 receivers and maybe another defensive back too, maybe another defensive lineman. But they're sitting at 28 commitments right now with room for about 2 or 3. We've got more scoop over on Dawg Post. If you want to sign up to our free newsletter, that link is down below. It's free to sign up. We got lots of free stories on Dawg Post right now. Go check us out over on the website. But I'm always dropping some scoop over there left and right. If I hear something, I put it on the board. Not everything goes on YouTube, but everything does go on Dawg Post. So we want to make sure y'all are checking out everything we've got over there. Really appreciate it. Hope y'all are enjoying your Friday. Hope y'all enjoy a big day of college football on Saturday. Appreciate y'all watching this video, and I'll see you over on Dawg Post.